Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is IG Brick Productions, and you will notice today's setup is a bit different because we're not going to be making a stop motion video. We're going to be making a tutorial video. Most of you have been asking me to do a tutorial video following my latest Clone Wars stop motions, so that's exactly what we're going to do today. In this video, you will be learning how to turn this into this. I will also be showing you how do I make all of these blaster effects. It will all be very simple, easy to follow, and completely free for all of you to try. Okay, so the first thing we're going to need is a green screen. This is my personal green screen right here. It's basically 2 sheets of green paper. You must make sure though that this paper is non-reflective, so it doesn't reflect light, because then the effect is going to look, well, not at its best. Okay, so hopping into our main tool we are going to be using, which is obviously our phone, because this tutorial is completely free and very easy to do, trust me. So the first thing we're going to need for our stop motion effects is clearly a stop motion video. So you can notice right here, if you've seen my last video, that these are some of the clips that I've used for my actual vid. So the first thing you're going to need is to make a stop motion. Let's say this one right here. So as you can see, most of these right here have a green screen effect on the back. So that's the first thing we're going to learn. Once we have something like this, you have obviously to make sure that nothing is the same shade of green that you have as a background, because let's say, for example, you are using a green figure for some reason, you should be using another screen that is not a green screen. That should be another kind of paper color, let's say, for example, yellow. But once you have all of this, as I said, with all the green screen effects put on, we're going to jump into CapCut, and that is where we're actually going to do our green screen effect. Okay, so once we are here in CapCut, the first thing we're going to do is create a new project, and inside of it, let's put just some any picture. For example, let's say this one right here, and this is what will appear in our screen. We are going to crop this thing out and extend it because the clip is a bit longer. So let's do just like this. Then next step is to add an overlay, which will be our actual video. So we're going to take this and we're going to scroll down to our actual video. Let's say this one. So if you take this, you adjust it to shape, and then you can notice you have a green screen there. So the next thing you're going to do is scroll to the right here and remove background. This is the new option. And you will use the chroma key and you will select the color you want. So just like that. Here you can lower or heighten the intensity of the effect. Don't go too harsh on this, because you can end up with something like this, which is not optimal. So I would suggest just leaving it in the normal position, but you have to adjust it lower sometimes because of some of the colors of the minifigures you're using, or even the backgrounds. But let's say like this, you adjust it properly, and here you have your full scene. You can also adjust the frame rate of your scene if you want it to go a little bit faster, a little bit slower. So yeah, but this is basically what you have. Then the only thing you have to do is click up here in export and save the device, and it will begin exporting your entire video. Okay, that's the basic stuff we're going to do today, but we're also going to learn how to add blaster effects to your Star Wars stop motions using this app called InShot. So this InShot is what I use for every single video I make. So every single stop motion you see from me is done through this app, because it's very useful, it's free, and it works pretty damn well. So what we're going to do now is create a new video project and select new, and then with this we are going to take any section we want. Let's say, for example, this one. So this one is a section of a stop motion I made. So, okay, so first of all, you have this InShot thing here on the far left. You're going to want to take that out. You have to watch a couple of ads to remove it, but it's, as I said, perfectly free, apart from watching a few ads, which is not that big of a deal, to be honest. And, well, once we have this full scene with some blaster shots, you can notice here they're shooting at each other because it's clones and droids. So what we're going to do is go to text, select doodle, and then here you have this option. This option is kind of like a neon text. So what I personally do is crank this to whatever color you want. Let's say red for the droids. Then crank all of this up, all of it, and then just select the width you want. So you don't want something like this. You would want something more like this. And then once you have that, that's the shot we're going to have. So then you shorten all of the length. This is basically the length it occupies in the video. You shorten it to its lowest. You can see it's very, very, very short. And then you're just going to use your duplicate kind of tool right here. And then you're just going to drag the whole effect manually. I know this kind of looks rudimentary because it is, but it's very simple and very easy to use, and anybody can understand it. So basically, what you're going to constantly do is duplicate it and move it to wherever you want. So bear in mind, if you duplicate it a lot, it will be looking smoother, but if you don't, it will kind of look crappy. But as you can see, just with those few steps, we can have a perfectly working blaster effect. Okay, so this would be basically all of it. This is the way I edit every single one of my videos, and since you've been asking me to do this, well, I decided to make a simple tutorial. You can see it's, in my opinion, very easy to follow, very simple, and in just a few simple steps, you can really create a very convincing and very cool looking stop motion video. So hope you find it useful, and we will see each other again in the next one.